She thought he was just a barista. Turns out he owned the empire. The Bogota sun was dipping, painting the sky orange over the city's wild mix of glass towers and old brick. Rain tapped the streets, a late drizzle that turned the air thick with wet earth and coffee. Inside the top-floor office of Soltec, a tech empire ruling Colombia's startup scene, chaos was brewing. And Zara Rojas was its storm. If there was a prize for most disaster-prone human, Zara would have swept it 5 years straight. Her day was a mess. Her alarm fritzed out, the bus broke down in traffic near Plaza de Bolivar, and the elevator jammed on floor 10 because some kid treated it like a toy. Now at 6:47 p.m., she dashed through Soltec's sleek halls, sneakers squeaking, tote bags swinging. Her empty mug dangled in her hand. Coffee was her lifeline, and she wasn't facing this night shift without it. She crashed into the company's Sol Café, all wood beams and glass views of the Andes, gasping like she'd outrun a bull. "Where's the barista?" she muttered, eyes darting. Then she saw him, tall, scruffy, in a black hoodie and faded jeans, leaning by the espresso machine, arms crossed. New guy, she thought. Game on. "Hey, you!" Zara snapped her fingers, loud and sharp. He turned, dark eyes narrowing under messy hair. "Me? Who else, huh? You're it." She sighed, big and dramatic. "Look, I get it. First day you're slow, but I need a double shot, no sugar, extra foam. Bring it to my desk in 15. Got it? Move." He blinked, lips twitching like he might laugh. No excuses, hoodie." She smacked his shoulder, too hard, and bolted before he could talk back. The guy stood there, staring after her, then chuckled low. "Move, huh?" he murmured, amused. The 7 p.m. team huddle was a disaster flick. Zara tripped on the rug, banged her shin on a chair, tried to style it out with a spin, looked like a fool. She yawned mid-sentence as the boss grilled her on deadlines. Then, when Camila, her steel-faced manager, demanded the project update, Zara realized her notes were still at home, lost in a dead laptop. Camila's glare was a death sentence. "We'll talk later," she hissed. Zara was cooked. She stormed back to Sol Café, desperation clawing her chest. Coffee, now. There he was, hoodie guy, by the counter, holding a steaming cup. Hope! She snatched it, gulped, and spat it across the floor. "What's this?" He tilted his head, cool as ice. Black, bold, like me. Zara stared at the cup like it had slapped her. "Where's my foam? I said extra foam." "Didn't know foam was your oxygen," he shot back, smirking just a little. "Oh, you're a comedian now." She jabbed a finger at him. "Listen, rookie, if you want to last here, get it right. Double shot, no sugar, extra foam. Repeat it." "Extra foam," he said, voice teasing, eyes glinting. "Good. Fix it before I tell the manager." She stopped. The cafe went dead quiet. Eyes burned into her. A coder at the next table fumbled his phone, filming. Another choked on his arepa. "What?" "Zara." Camila's voice cut sharp from behind, shaky with panic. Zara turned slow, dreading it, to see her boss, wide-eyed, sweating, staring at hoodie guy like he was a ghost. "What now?" Zara snapped. Camila swallowed hard, glancing at him. "You just bossed around Mateo Vega." Zara blinked. "Who?" "The CEO," Camila whispered, like the word might summon thunder. "Of Soltec, this company." Zara's head snapped to hoodie guy, Mateo, who leaned back, arms crossed, grinning like he'd won a bet. "You're the CEO?" "Yep," he said, smooth and smug. The cafe froze. A guard by the door muttered a quick prayer. Zara's blood-drained face pale as the tiles. She forced a grin, all nerves. "So, we're cool, right?" Mateo tilted his head, eyes dancing. "Depends. Still want me to hurry before you snitch?" Her brain crashed. Run, hide, live. She lunged for the door, slammed into a table, sent her tote, the coffee, and some intern's empanada flying. A comedy of errors. Silence hung 3 seconds. Then Mateo's laugh boomed, deep and real. He watched her flail, grabbing her bag off the floor, and grinned wider. Oh, this is going to be a ride. Zara's inside screamed. She'd snapped at the billionaire boss like he was a street vendor, trashed his brew, threatened his gig, and now he was laughing. Her life? Done. Zara Rojas clenched her fists, glaring at Mateo Vega's back as he strode off. If she was stuck in this mess, she'd fight tooth and nail. She wasn't crashing without a swing. Her worst first day ever was about to get wilder. She trailed him through Soltec's Bogota office, a maze of glass and steel humming with a late-night energy. Mateo moved like he owned the place, because he did. His black hoodie swapped for a crisp blazer, every step oozing control. Zara waddled behind, clutching a clipboard like a shield, her sneakers squeaking on the polished floor. She'd just yelled at the billionaire CEO like he was a coffee boy, and instead of a pink slip, she'd landed his personal assistant gig. Worst part? He was loving it. "All right, Zara," Mateo said, stopping by a wall of screens flashing Soltec's latest drone stats. "First task, write down every word I say." She perked up, forcing a grin. "Easy. I'm a note-taking champ." His eyes glinted, mischievous. "Good. Here's your starter. I want a full breakdown of priority moves for the next 3 months, by department, with impact breakdowns and growth predictions." Her pen froze mid-air. "Say what?" He grinned wider. "I talk fast. Missed it?" "Nope. Got it." She flipped the clipboard page, scribbled "Help me" in giant letters, and shot him a panicked smile. Mateo peeked over. "That your growth forecast?" "Top-tier strategy," she muttered, shutting her eyes. "Lord, save me." She bolted after him as he chuckled and kept walking. This was a train wreck waiting to happen. The first disaster hit in the meeting room. Zara had one job: bring Mateo's presentation docs. She'd spent 20 sweaty minutes triple-checking the stack, charts, drone specs, profit graphs, convinced she'd nailed it. No more screw-ups. She marched in, head high, and slid the papers to Mateo as he faced Soltec's top brass. He flipped the first page, paused, and frowned. "Zara, what's this?" She leaned in, smug. "Your presentation, boss." He turned it toward her. "Juan's arepas. Buy one, get one free." A bright yellow flyer, complete with a cartoon pepper. The room went dead. The ops director froze mid-sip of his coffee. The sales head coughed, hiding a laugh. Zara's jaw dropped. "No way." Mateo's smirk grew. "I like arepas, but this isn't our Q4 plan." Her brain shorted. I don't, how?" She snatched the stack, flipping pages like a madwoman. Papers flew, charts, flyers, a random grocery list, until she unearthed the real docs, crumpled at the bottom. Here they are." Mateo took them, scanned quick, and launched into his pitch like nothing happened. The team nodded along, but Zara sank into her chair, cheeks burning. She wanted to melt into the floor. The coder next to her leaned over, whispering, "Beef or chicken filling?" She chucked her pen at him. It bounced off his forehead with a satisfying thwack. The second mess brewed with the coffee. Post-meeting, Mateo waved her over. "Coffee, Zara. The right way this time." Redemption. She bolted to the Sol Café break nook, a sleek corner with a view of Bogota's twinkling lights, and turned it into a mission. She sniffed the beans, dark roast, perfect, checked the water temp, hot, not boiling, measured the foam like a chemist. Double shot, no sugar, extra foam, flawless. She carried it to his desk like it was a crown jewel. "Here, Mr. Vega," she said, beaming. "Perfect coffee, ideal heat, killer foam, even a dash of cocoa for flair." He lifted the cup, sipped, and winced. "Huh, bold choice." "Best you've ever had, right?" She grinned, waiting for praise. "Actually," he swirled it, "this is mate." Her stomach dropped. "What?" "Herbal tea. Mate." He held it up, steam curling. "Not coffee." She snatched the canister she'd used. "Yep, yerba mate, not espresso grounds." No, I checked everything. Check the vibe of the leaves? He teased, leaning back. She groaned, hands in her hair. I'm the worst assistant alive. Mateo grinned. Nah, I'd say you're unique. I like tea. She crossed her arms, glaring. Bet if I brought you swamp water, you'd say you like that too. Depends, he shot back, eyes twinkling. Extra foam? Zara's glare sharpened, but his wink broke her. She huffed, fighting a laugh. This guy was impossible. The third blow landed at his desk. Zara was sorting files, desperate to claw back some dignity, when her elbow clipped a photo frame. It teetered. She lunged, knocked over a mug, a plant pot, and a shiny Tech Titan 2023 award instead. Slow motion chaos. The frame hit the floor safe, but the pot shattered, dirt spilling across Mateo's sleek desk. The mug's cold coffee splashed her sneakers. Silence. She peeked up, bracing for fury. Mateo's lips twitched. He was holding back a laugh. I can explain, she blurted, clutching the frame. Please do, he said, crossing his arms. It's a stress test. She forced a grin. For your patience. You aced it. Congrats. He snorted. Zara, I think you're the test here. She laughed, nervous, loud. Not on purpose, I swear. He shook his head, smirking. This week's going to be the wildest I've had. Zara nodded, grim. She'd turned her first day into a circus, but the universe wasn't done laughing yet. Zara, you're with me tonight, Mateo called as she tried sneaking out. Company gala. She froze mid-step in the hall, blinking. What gala? Tonight. You're my +1. Me? She spun, arms crossed. But I'd just started. Exactly, he said, shrugging. I want to see how much chaos you can stir. Her jaw dropped. Chaos? If he meant spills and flops, she'd already delivered. I don't even know gala stuff. That's the fun part, he said, flashing a grin, then walked off. A chill ran down her spine. He was enjoying this, way too much. After work, she raced home to her cramped Chapanero flat, tearing through her closet. A gala with zero prep was bad enough. Showing up underdressed was death. She dug out a teal knee-length dress, worn once for her niece's quinceañera, and paired it with scuffed flats. It'd have to do. The venue, a ritzy rooftop in Zona Rosa, hit her like a slap. Chandeliers sparkled, salsa beats pulsed, and guests glittered in floor-length gowns and tailored suits. Zara, in her short dress and flats, stuck out like a sore thumb. She eyed a potted palm. Could she hide there? Nice kicks, a voice said. Mateo, sharp in a black suit, stood beside her, grinning. I'm a disaster, she groaned, shutting her eyes. Nah, you're a show, he said, amused. Live chaos. Why'd you drag me here? She sighed, to see if you'd break something or just blush. He smirked. Verdict? Both, she muttered, slumping. Salsa swelled, couples gliding across the floor. Zara shrank back, aiming to vanish, but Mateo had other plans. Dance? She choked on her water. Me? I tripped over my own feet this morning. Perfect. No pressure then. He grabbed her hand and tugged her out. No. She stumbled onto the dance floor, surrounded by smooth movers. Mateo led her into a slow sway. She tried, stepped on his foot. Sorry. He winced, laughing. You good? She adjusted, crunched his other foot. Oh, God, I'm killing you. Laughter rippled through the crowd. Is she dancing or fighting? Someone murmured. Zara huffed. Let's bail before I snap your ankle. Mateo chuckled, guiding her off. You're a weapon. Her stay-low plan lasted 5 minutes. A waiter zipped by with a tray of sparkling wine. She bumped him. Glasses soared, crashed, shattered. The room hushed, then erupted in claps. Third spill this year, a guest cheered. Zara froze, mortified. Mateo sipped his drink, calm. You turned a dull night into a story. I'll leave in cuffs, she whispered, horrified. If you do, it'll be epic, he said, grinning. The MC's voice cut through. Time for the toast. Zara grabbed a glass, raised it, sipped, and choked mid-swallow, coughing loud. The toast stalled. Matteo shook his head, laughing. "No saving you." She set the glass down, arms crossed. "Your assistant, your mess." He laughed harder, real and warm. For the first time, Zara thought, maybe surviving Matteo Vega wouldn't be the end of her. The next morning, Zara Rojas slunk into Soltec's Bogota office, head low, moving fast. Her plan? Stay invisible, blend into the potted palms by reception, dodge the whispers about her CEO girlfriend stunt. Fat chance. She'd barely made it past the glass doors when it crashed. "Morning, glass smasher," Matteo Vega's voice rang out, smooth and smug. She froze mid-step in the hall, eyes shut, a groan escaping. Turning slow, she saw him leaning on his office doorframe, sipping coffee, grinning like a kid with a new toy. "Morning, billionaire, who feeds off my pain," she shot back, arms crossed. He raised an eyebrow. "Sleep okay?" "Oh, perfect," she said, voice dripping sarcasm. "Dreamed of being the office clown all night. 5 stars." "Don't overdo it," he chuckled. "I've seen worse flops." She squinted. "Like what?" "Once a German investor mistook my boardroom for a supply closet, trapped himself in there for 4 hours. Zara blinked. "You save him?" "Nah," Matteo grinned. "Slid him a soda under the door." "You're evil," she said, half laughing. He shrugged. "Come on, Zara. Work's calling. More chaos to stir." She rolled her eyes and trailed him, muttering, "Great." The morning wasn't a total wreck, by Zara standards. She sorted the right files, no pizza flyers, dodged coffee spills, even nailed a few client names for Matteo's calls. Smooth, almost normal. But normal wasn't her luck. Lunchtime hit, and Matteo dragged her to La Ventana, a ritzy spot in Zona T, open air, string lights, the Andes looming beyond. "Zara, meet Mr. Sato," he said, nodding to a sharp-suited Japanese investor. "Our new partner." She flashed a grin, stuck out her hand. "Nice to meet you," Sato smiled, replying in quick Japanese, short, polite, a blur to her ears. Zara kept grinning, nodding big. "Oh, yeah, totally." Matteo's head tilted, eyes glinting. "You catch that?" "Not a word," she whispered, still smiling. "And you answered?" "It's my superpower," she said, smug. He bit back a laugh as they sat. Zara vowed silence, no risks, no flops. She'd coast through this one. Then came the salmon. Cutting a bite, her knife slipped, flew straight at Matteo. He ducked, reflexes sharp, and it clattered onto Sato's plate, spearing his rice. The table froze. Sato lifted the knife, staring like he'd dodged a bullet. Zara's heart stopped. Then Sato laughed, loud and real, saying something fast in Japanese. Matteo translated, grinning. He says he's never seen a deal kick off with a ninja strike. Zara sank in her chair. "Tell him it was an accident." Matteo relayed it, chuckling. Sato waved it off, still laughing. Crisis dodged. She exhaled, safe. Then she sipped her juice and choked, coughing so hard nearby tables turned. A waiter rushed over. "Senorita, you okay?" She flailed a hand, gasping. "Fine, fine," Sato spoke again. Matteo smirked. "He's offering tea to save you." "If it's like my tea yesterday, I'd rather die," she hissed, glaring at Matteo. Sato didn't get it, but laughed anyway, charmed by the mess. Outside, Zara slumped against the restaurant wall. "Why am I like this?" "Like what?" Matteo asked, hands in his pockets. "A walking disaster zone," she groaned. He grinned. "You don't see it, but your chaos? It's got charm." She narrowed her eyes. "That a compliment?" "Depends," he teased. "You throwing more knives?" She huffed, starting to walk, then stopped. Across the street, cameras flashed. A pack of photographers swarmed, lenses gleaming. "What's that?" Matteo sighed, annoyed. "Trouble. My ex-fiancée Carolina hit some event. They're fishing for me." Zara's eyes popped. Ex-fiancé? Yeah, he muttered. Long, messy story. She frowned. How do we dodge them? Easy, he said, voice low. You help me. Her gut twisted. I don't like that look. Pretend we're together, he said, shrugging. She balked. What? No way, that's insane. It'll work, he pressed. They'll ditch Carolina if I've got someone new. I can't fake that, she sputtered. Sure you can, he smirked. You fake being a pro assistant daily. Hey, she snapped, but he grabbed her hand, lacing their fingers. A jolt shot through her, electric, dizzying. Before she could yank free, he flashed a grin at the cameras, slid an arm around her waist, and pulled her close. Flashes erupted. Smile, Zara, he murmured, all charm. She tried, teeth gritted, eyes wide. I'll cramp my face. Relax, he whispered, lips near her ear. You're killing it in the shots. Relax? You threw me to the wolves, she hissed, stiff as a board. Reporters yelled. Mr. Vega, new girlfriend? When did it start? Serious or fling? Zara gulped, glancing at Mateo. He smiled, cool as ever. This is how I go down, she muttered. Shh, stick with me, he said. Act natural. Natural? She tripped, lurched backward. Mateo caught her, arms tight around her waist. Cameras went wild, romance gold. You make this hard, he whispered, half laughing. Heat of the moment, she snapped, cheeks flaming. He steered her inside Saltec, flashes fading. She broke free, spinning on him. Are you nuts? It worked, he said, grinning. Carolina's old news. She crossed her arms. Great, now I'm your fake girlfriend all week. Could be worse, he chuckled. Worse than the time I knocked out my last boss's lamp asking for a raise? He laughed, loud, real. Zara, you're here to keep me on my toes. Give me my life back, she scowled. About that, he scratched his neck, sly. We might need to ride this out a bit. Her jaw dropped. Ride it out? Just till Carolina backs off, he said, smirking. Few weeks, tops. A month? She yelped. Maybe less, he teased. Or more. Depends. She buried her face in her hands. This real? Yep, he said. Say yes. She peeked through her fingers, defeated. You turn my world upside down, Mateo. Right back at you, he grinned. Fine, she huffed, but if I get hauled off for fake love crimes, you're bailing me out. Deal, he laughed. The next morning, Saltec buzzed like a hive. Whispers trailed Zara, stares, giggles, quick lookaways. She kept her head down, but the air crackled. Then the storm broke. Carolina stormed in, Mateo's ex-fiancé, a hurricane in heels and a designer coat, sunglasses perched like a crown. Where is he? She barked, voice slicing the lobby. Zara ducked behind a stack of drone manuals. Too late. Carolina's green eyes locked on her, sharp as blades. She slid off her shades, smirking. You're the photo girl. Zara forced a grin, shaky. Hi. Yeah, about that. Carolina cut in, arms crossed. So it's true. Mateo swapped me, a real catch. For this? Zara bristled. Whoa, slow down, drama queen. Carolina's brow arched. What did you say? Nothing, Zara chirped, fake sweet. Mateo swept in, cool as steel. Carolina, surprise. She spun, glaring. Surprise? You're parading her now? Yes, he said, firm. I'm with Zara, respect it. Carolina's green eyes narrowed, suspicious. This feels rushed, fake even. Zara Rojas's stomach flipped. She was spiraling, fast. Before she could blurt something dumb, Mateo Vega did the unthinkable. He cupped her face, gentle but firm, and kissed her, right there, in Saltec's Bogota lobby, with everyone watching. Her brain crashed. Lips locked, time stalled, whispers buzzed. Carolina's glare burned holes. Mateo pulled back, grinning at Carolina. Still think it's fake? Carolina's face flared red, rage, pure and hot. This isn't over, she hissed, heels clacking like gunfire as she stormed out. Mateo turned to Zara, smug as ever, but she was a statue, eyes wide, jaw slack. Then reality hit. She smacked his arm hard. "You kissed me in front of everyone," she yelped. "You sold it perfect," he said, unfazed. She jabbed a finger at him. "You'll pay for this." "Already am," he chuckled, "and it's worth it." She growled, stomping off. The crazy plan was live, and she was in deep. Zara's head spun. Normal girls, ones without private jets or designer closets, didn't get kissed by billionaires to dodge angry exes. In 30 minutes, she'd ricocheted through panic, shame, fury, and now an irritation so fierce it rivaled the time a street dog snatched her empanada in Plaza de Bolivar. "You'll pay," she muttered for the 10th time. Mateo lounged in his leather chair, spinning lazily, studying his nails like the kiss was nothing. "Already covered," he said. "No," she snapped, arms crossed. "There's a public humiliation fee now." He smirked, hands up. "Name your price." She opened her mouth, then froze. How much for her pride? $1,000? $2? Before she could haggle, his phone buzzed. He answered, listened, sighed. "Carolina wants dinner." Zara choked. "What?" "To buy the story," he said, amused. "She wants us together." "No way," she scowled. "I'm out." "You said no before," he teased. "Look where that got us." "Not my fault you're a sneak," she fired back. "Free dinner plus a bonus," he offered, leaning forward. She glared 5 seconds, then slumped. "This is costing you, Vega." "Every peso's worth it," he grinned. All day, Zara's nerves jangled. Dinner was 8 p.m., not just with Carolina, but her new boyfriend, too. Double the pressure. She'd have to fake a perfect romance under a microscope. After work, Mateo dragged her to a chic boutique in Zona G, glass walls, velvet racks, Bogota's elite sipping wine. "Why here?" she asked, confused. He smirked. "If you rock sneakers again, Carolina'll smell the lie." "What's wrong with my flats?" she huffed. "Nothing," he said. "But Carolina's a style shark. We've got to sell this." She crossed her arms. "You want me to blow cash on a dress for your scam?" "Nope," he said. "I'm buying." Her eyes popped. "What?" "Investment," he grinned. "You're hired talent." She muttered curses as he waved over a clerk. Minutes later, she was in a sleek emerald dress, long, hugging, heels that pinched her soul. Mateo eyed her, nodded. "Now that's the part." "I can't breathe," she wheezed. "Perfect," he said. "Carolina'll bite." "You're heartless," she grumbled. He just smiled. At 8 sharp, they hit El Cielo, a rooftop spot with city lights sprawling below. Carolina sat waiting, flawless in black, beside Gustavo, a chiseled guy who looked carved from marble. Zara's gut tightened. They sat, menus slapped down, silence thick as fog. Carolina scanned Zara. "Green looks good," Zara forced a grin. "Thanks, you too." "I know," Carolina purred. Smug. Zara bit back an eye roll. Carolina turned to Mateo. "So, how long?" He grabbed Zara's hand, smooth as silk. "Weeks, but it feels like forever. Right, mi vida?" Zara's stomach flipped. "Oh, yeah, Mateo's amazing," she choked out, faking a lovey-dovey smile. Gustavo sipped wine, eyeing her. "You work for him?" "His assistant," she said, swallowing. Carolina's brow arched. "Cute. Office romance?" Yeah," Zara nodded. "Grew close over time." Carolina's smile didn't reach her eyes, unconvinced. The waiter hit, and Zara, rattled, blurted, "I'll take the caracoles thing." Carolina smirked. "Snails?" Bold. Zara's face fell. "Snails?" She shot Mateo a panicked look. He stifled a laugh. Dinner dragged. Carolina's sharp digs, Zara's stiff replies, Gustavo watching like it was a telenovela. Then the food landed. Zara stared at the slimy plate, fork shaking. Carolina grinned wicked. "Go on." Seeing her doom, Mateo swooped in. "Actually, Zara loves seafood." He waved the waiter. "Grilled shrimp, please." Zara exhaled. Saved. Carolina's eyes narrowed. Always her hero, huh? Always, Mateo said, cool as ice. Dinner wrapped, Zara alive, barely. In the car, she slumped, arms crossed. Next time I want a raise. He chuckled. Figured. I swear you love my pain, she muttered. Maybe a little, he smirked, eyes on the road. Zara woke next day, certain of one thing. She needed normal back. The past week was a circus, assistant to fake girlfriend, kissing stunts, snail disasters, all while the world swooned over Mate Zara. Her phone glowed, Hashmate Zara trending, couple goals captions. She nearly chucked it. In her tiny kitchen, she grabbed a jar of Araquip, spooned it straight. Crisis fuel. Ignore it, she thought. The universe could fix itself. Then her phone rang. If this is more chaos, I'm out, she snapped, answering blind. Morning sunshine, Mateo's voice purred. She groaned. Too early for your smug face. No disaster, he said. Promise. Doubt it, she huffed. Last time you said that, I met your ex and her statue boyfriend. He laughed. This is business. Oh no, she said. There's a catch. Business trip, he continued. Tomorrow, 3 days. She froze. What? Investor summit. Private island. You're in. She wailed. Why me? Take Gustavo. He's prettier. Need my girlfriend there, he said, sly. This lie's a monster now, she cried. We've got it, he teased. Hot dog. Wink to your game. Easy for you, she grumbled. I stab people with knives and spill wine. Exactly, he said. Pure fun. Do I have to? She whined. Contract says yes, he shot back. I hate you, she groaned. See you at 7, he said, and hung. Zara stared at the ceiling. This'll end bad. Next morning came too quick. A sleek black car rolled up to her Chapanero flat. Mateo leaned out, sharp in a linen suit, that infuriating grin on. Ready for your big debut? She flopped in, sighing. I'm not famous. I'm the idiot who said yes. The world says otherwise, he teased. Seen the buzz? She huffed, arms crossed. Yeah? And if you laugh, I'm gluing your desk shut. He chuckled, quiet. The private jet was nuts. Leather seats, a bar, a chef flipping arepas mid-flight. Zara's jaw dropped, but she played it cool, barely. So this is rich life? Zara Rojas gaped as she stepped onto Mateo Vega's private jet. Pilot knew my name before I said it. Mateo shrugged, casual in his linen shirt. Told them you're with me. That's creepy, not cool, she shot back, flopping into a leather seat. The jet bigger than her Chapanero flat had a bar, plush chairs, and a chef flipping arepas mid-flight. Hours later, they touched down on a private island off Colombia's coast. White sand, turquoise waves, a hotel like a dream. Zara hid her gasp. Paradise. In the lobby, Mateo's phone pinged. He read it, winced. Small glitch? She shut her eyes. Please, no. Hotel's full, he said, rubbing his neck. Suites only. Her eyes snapped open. We're sharing? Looks like it, he grinned. I need a sec, she muttered, retreating to a corner. Deep breath. Okay, she said back. Separate beds, no funny stuff. He smirked. I'm a gentleman. Debatable, she huffed. The suite was insane. Marble floors, ocean view balcony, a bed the size of her kitchen. Zara spotted a plush couch in the corner. Perfect, I'll take that. Mateo raised an eyebrow. Bed's massive. She glared, snatching a pillow. Not happening. More comfy, he teased. She chucked the pillow at him. Shameless, he caught it, laughing. Fine, you win. That night kicked off with a beachfront gala. Tables under lanterns, waves crashing soft. Zara was a wreck. She'd survived Carolina's dinner, but a weekend faking love for global investors? Brutal. She grabbed a champagne flute, sipped fast to steady her nerves. Mateo noticed, grinning. Drinking to forget? To survive, she corrected. He took her hand, fingers lacing tight. Relax, smile, act smitten. Hardest gig ever, she said, smirking. Beats spreadsheets, he shot back. She rolled her eyes. Barely. The night hummed, no big flops, until Mateo said, "Dance?" Her stomach dropped. Last time was a war zone. He slid his hands to her waist, guiding her to the sandy dance floor. "I'll lead, trust me." She tried, stiff at first, then smooth. No crushed toes. They swayed, a real couple for a flash. Her pulse raced as he leaned close, breath warm on her ear. "Feels real, doesn't it?" She froze. Did it? Her heart thudded, too loud, too fast. She laughed, shaky, looking away. "What?" he asked, soft. "Nothing," she mumbled. "This is wild." "Pinch you to prove it?" he teased. "Touch me and die," she warned, but a shiver hit. His smile was trouble. An investor, bald, jolly, broke in. "Mr. Vega, good to see you. This your girl?" Mateo's arm looped her shoulders. "Yep, this is Zara." The man grinned. "How'd you meet?" Zara's gut clenched, unscripted. Mateo jumped in, smooth. "At work. I was low-key, and she thought I was the coffee guy." The investor roared. "Love at first sip?" Mateo's eyes flicked to her, sly. "Something like that." She nearly choked. Punch him? Scream? She smiled instead, tight. When the guy left, she elbowed Mateo. "Something like that? You want me dead?" "You flinched?" he teased. "Interesting." "Not nervous, blindsided," she huffed. "Sure," he said, grinning too wide. "Wipe that smirk," she snapped. "Enjoying this too much," he admitted. She groaned, storming off. "I need a drink before I snap." He watched her go, still smiling. Next morning, Mateo was off. No jabs, no grins, just quiet, staring at his coffee like it held secrets. Zara frowned over her arepa con queso. "What's up?" He glanced up. "Huh?" "You're silent," she said. "That's not you." He sighed, set the cup down. "Thinking." "About?" she pressed. "You," he said, soft. She blinked. "Me?" He shrugged. "You're my assistant, fake girlfriend, stabbed a guy, made me laugh more than anyone in years." Her fork froze. Thanks?" He chuckled. "I want to try something." "What?" she asked, wary. "Trust me?" "Should I?" she countered. He took her hand, fingers threading hers. "Just do." Her breath hitched. That night he surprised her, a private beach dinner. Lanterns glowed, waves whispered, a table set for two. She eyed him. "What's this?" "A bet," he grinned, pulling her chair. "On?" she asked, sitting. "If you don't admit you love it, I'll bonus your pay." She crossed her arms. "Don't need to buy me." "Then enjoy," he said, simple. She did, grilled fish, laughter till her sides hurt. For a second, she thought, if this weren't fake, it'd be perfect. But was it fake? Lines blurred. After, they walked the shore, Mateo, barefoot, pants rolled up. She laughed. "Billionaire with wet feet? Scandal." "Maybe you're rubbing off," he said. Her heart skipped. They strolled quiet, hands brushing, then holding. He stopped, looked at her, eyes deep, serious. "You feel it too, right?" She swallowed. "Feel what?" "This," he said, stepping close. She opened her mouth to dodge. Couldn't. Truth stuck. He kissed her. Slow, real. No cameras, no exes. Just them. Her head spun. Back at the suite, she stared at the ceiling, sleepless. He'd said goodnight, crashed on the couch, left her alone. But that kiss? She wanted it real. Bad. Breakfast hit. Mateo spoke first. "You're lost, huh?" She met his eyes. "Very." He smiled. "Let's ditch the lies. No contracts. See where this goes." She blinked. "Us?" "Yeah," he said, taking her hand. Her pulse raced. "You'll regret this." "Doubt it," he laughed. She smiled. First time she didn't fight it. The chaos Mateo brought? She was starting to love it. Next morning, she was still reeling. No fake, no deal, what now? In the breakfast lounge, Mateo read a paper, sipping coffee, calm as ever. She sat, wary. "Morning." He looked up, grinned. "Morning." "Why the stare?" he asked, catching her. "Checking if you mean it," she said. He smirked. "Still doubt me?" "You win at everything," she sighed. "This, no bets, no games. You still want it?" He leaned over, hand on hers. "I do. You?" She swallowed. "Maybe." "That's a yes," he teased. An organizer cut in. "Mr. Vega, meeting's up." He nodded, eyes on Zara. "Wait here. I've got plans." "Plans?" She frowned. "Surprise," he winked, leaving. 2 hours later, he grabbed her from the balcony. "Ready?" "For what?" she asked. "You'll see." He led her to a boat. Minutes later, a tiny island. Empty beach, clear water, sun blazing. "Wow," she breathed. "My hideout," he said, "when I need out." Zara Rojas eyed Mateo Vega, wary. "Why drag me here?" He grinned, sand between his toes, on that tiny Colombian island. "Wanted you alone." She swallowed hard. "Mateo." "Shh," he cut in soft. "No overthinking. Just be here." For once she listened. Hours melted, talking nonsense, laughing at her awful puns, him spilling kid stories from Medellin streets. No billionaire mask, no calculated charm, just a guy. Too late, Zara knew. She was falling hard. Sunset bled orange across the waves. He took her hand, pulled her close. "Truth, Zara? Still feel fake?" She met his eyes, couldn't lie. "No." "Good," he said, smiling. "I don't want it to be." He kissed her, slow, real. No cameras, no exes, just them. She didn't fight it. Next day, Bogota hit like a slap. Photographers swarmed the jet. "Who's the billionaire's mystery girl?" screamed headlines. Zara flopped onto Saltek's office couch, groaning. "This is nuts." Mateo sipped coffee, calm. "They'll forget soon." "Says the guy on every billboard," she muttered. He grinned. "Want to ditch it?" She propped up. "What?" "Vanish," he said. "No press, no noise, just us." She blinked. "You're serious?" "Dead serious," he nodded. The idea sparkled. Escape him. She smiled. "All right, let's bolt." They disappeared, a week off-grid in a coastal shack near Cartagena. No flash, no fuss, just sea, stars, and them. Zara saw him raw, no CEO sheen, and by the end she was all in. But one snag. Did he feel it too? She didn't ask. He didn't say. Until they got back. Journalists camped Saltek's entrance, and there, smack in the middle, Carolina, arms crossed, smirking. "Welcome back," Mateo sighed. "Carolina, what now?" She flicked her eyes to Zara. "How long's this charade lasting?" Zara bristled. "Charade?" Carolina's smirk cut deep. "You think it's real? He never loses, sweetie." Zara's heart stopped. Carolina stared at Mateo, waiting. He said nothing. Silence crushed her. "Zara," he started, but she was gone, bolting through the crowd. She ran, lungs burning, no destination, just away. From his eyes, Carolina's venom, her own mess. She'd believed it, him, them, now? Doubt stabbed. She landed in a downtown cafecito, staring blank, alone. Her phone buzzed. Mateo, nonstop. She ignored it. A text blinked. "Meet me. Let me explain." She shut her eyes, tears prickling. Did she even want to know? Across town, Mateo paced his office, tossing his phone down, frustrated. Camila, his ops chief, walked in. "She's not picking up?" "Nope," he snapped. "After Carolina's stunt?" Camila crossed her arms. "Anyone would bolt. Why'd you freeze?" He went quiet. Pride? Shock? Truth was, he loved Zara. Hadn't said it. Now it might be too late. Days dragged. Zara buried herself in work, spreadsheets, coffee runs, normal, but she was a ghost. "You're pale," her friend Anna said over lunch at a Patacon joint. "Thanks," Zara deadpanned. "Serious," Anna pressed. "You're off. It's him, right? The hot CEO?" Zara stirred her tinto, silent. Anna slammed the table. "Spill!" "Shh," Zara hissed. "Fine, I thought he cared. Now? Maybe it's all a game." Asked him? Anna asked. If he meant it, he'd have said so, Zara muttered. Or he choked, Anna countered. Guys are dumb sometimes. Zara shrugged. Doesn't matter. It's done. But saying it hurt, and deep down, she didn't want it to be. 3 days later, a box hit her desk, elegant, tied with a bow. Inside, a silver dress, shimmering, and a note. Vista Azul, tonight I need to talk. Mateo. She nearly trashed it, but stopped. She had to know. At Vista Azul, a rooftop spot with Bogota's skyline glowing. She walked in, nerves electric. Mateo stood, tense, rising fast. Thanks for coming. Say it, she said, sitting, voice flat. He ran a hand through his hair, nervous, rare. I suck at feelings, always have. She stared, waiting. But this, he said, eyes locking hers, never a game, not with you. She inhaled. Why'd you choke with Carolina? I've never feared losing anything, he said, raw, until I saw you walk away. Her heart tripped. Mateo, you're chaos, Zara, he cut in, grabbing her hand, and I've never wanted anyone more. Tears stung. She didn't pull away. What if it's too late? You're here, he said, soft. It's not. She breathed, shaky, and stayed. She'd never wanted to run. Weeks later, a gala buzzed. Saltec's big night. Zara stood beside Mateo, his hand in hers, no act. She caught his grin. Why the stare? About to shake things up, he said, squeezing her hand. She frowned. What? He stepped back, dropped to one knee, gasps rippled, her breath caught. A black box opened, a diamond gleamed. Zara Rojas, he said, steady but warm, you've wrecked my life since day one. She widened her eyes, romantic or rude. He laughed. You spill stuff, challenge me, make me laugh, changed everything. I don't want a day without you. Marry me? Silence. Cameras poised. Carolina in the back, choked on her drink. Zara looked at him, his eyes, the ring, the crowd, no doubt. She grinned. Mateo Vega, I do. Cheers exploded. He surged up, scooped her into his arms, spun her. She laughed, clinging tight. Official. She'd marry the billionaire. 2 weeks later, no castle bash, just a beach wedding near Santa Marta. Sunset glowed, waves hummed, friends grinned. The cake wobbled when Zara bumped it. Better than contracts, Mateo teased. Keep it up, and it's in your face, she shot back, pinching him. Music swelled. She walked with her dad, dress swaying, eyes on Mateo. He looked different, nervous, real. Vows hit. He took her hands. Never thought my best day'd start with your chaos. Guests chuckled. She smirked. Compliment? Best mistake ever, he said. You flipped my world, taught me what counts. What's that? She asked, throat tight. You, he said, fingers lacing hers. Always you. Her eyes watered. She cleared her throat. Thought I'd never end here. Day one was a mess. But that's us. Perfectly imperfect. You ground me. I prep you for my disasters. He grinned. Fair. You showed me love's real, not flawless, she finished, squeezing back. The priest smiled. Mateo, do you take Zara? 1,000,000 yeses, he said. Zara, do you take Mateo? I do, she beamed. Kiss her, the priest said. Mateo grabbed her waist, kissed her, deep, all in. Cheers roared. Under that sunset, Zara knew she'd found her spot, with him. What did you think? Rate Zara and Mateo 010 below. Hit subscribe, bell on for more wild tales. Check the end screen for extra feels.